Hello, morning, guys. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Morning.
All right. Okay. So, welcome to, I guess this is technically your first class for some people, and some people was here last week. So this is our official start. Okay, let me stop the share. All right, guys. Okay, so my first question to everybody. Did everyone get the message about coming to the morning session only? Let me see. Does this look like everybody? It's 14 people. Are you not sure? You guys have a class WhatsApp group?
I'm not sure what message you're referring to.
Oh, anybody here from the second group? Oh, Rihanna, I see you're from the second group. Okay. All right. And do you guys have like a class WhatsApp? Like, you know, well, I should ask, is there a class rep?
Yes, sir, but she's not in there right now.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay, cool. All
So
right.
I'm a
So,
class rep as well.
okay, cool. So I figure that you have like hold on. Yeah, I figure that you have some means of like passing on information to the rest of the class, right?
Yes, please.
All right, cool. So the idea is that we want to um there are some timetable adjustments, all right? And basically what happened is that the way how the timetables are done, they're kind of done like almost a year in advance. So any changes that happen leading up to that point, the timetable can't really represent it. So for example, for me, the classes are supposed to be on Mondays, but which they are on Mondays, so that's good. But I also have some other clashes as well, right? So to make life work for everybody, we are we would want to merge the two 3D modeling classes into one. So this is why the classes would be 8 o'clock, right? This godforsaken early hours in the morning. I wonder if there's some people here still lying in bed. Hmm? Watching Zoom like a movie in bed. Anybody doing that?
Probably.
um, I wonder if everybody here has had their tea. You're gonna have to drink your tea extra early for this class, right? All right. So we do have one more business to discuss before we jump into matters, right? And that is the business of the lecture session, right? So um I don't know if for those of you who went onto the class website last week, you might have seen that you had two lecturers, but that has changed. So I will be the only lecturer for 3D modeling. So I'm going to do your practicals and tutorials, right? And the lecture session, right? Here it comes. The lecture session, of course, it wouldn't work with the slot that it's currently in. So I am proposing the lecture sessions to be on Saturday evenings for just 2 hours. instead of Thursday morning, right? So that so we can, so the whole timetable can work for this module, right? So that would be from 6 to 8. So I'm hoping that if you have any business that you need to do, that you could take care of it in the daytime, and then in the evening time, we can meet for 2 hours for the lecture session, right? And also at 6, I don't know if any one of us are 7-day, so I'm hoping that that is outside of that window as well, right? Yes, Gordon.
Yes, sir. About the thing on Saturday.
Mhm.
A lot of my classmates were saying that even though yeah, some of them are 7-day Adventists, I feel like they're saying that the time is quite unreasonable for them.
Meaning what? It needs to be earlier or later?
Well, I don't know if you can fit it in your timetable to maybe try put it in the week. I think the
Yeah.
weekends for us kind of iffy because we have like
Yep.
class on
Yep.
studio on Friday and studio Tuesday. So
Yep. I know. So what I'm hoping, the trick is that I don't think it can fit on Monday. Let me bring up the timetable here. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, this is AS3. Okay, right. So you have 3D modeling today and in the afternoon today. 2 hours in the afternoon. Well, okay, so these are the options, right? Hold on, before I talk, let me bring up back another course to see. Okay, so this is from AS2. Okay. 12 to 2. And then you guys have another session from 2 to 5. All right. We could do we could do 3 to 5. We could use the other session and do 3 to 5. So we do 2 hours out of the other session. What do you guys think? So some of you here are from the afternoon session, right? Am I correct? Yes. Yes, Thomas.
So I'm from the morning session today.
Okay. Shaneska, you asking a question?
No, sir, it's Gifford.
Sorry. Yes, it's because of how the Zoom setup. All right. Yes, Gifford.
So, sir, I'm in second year and I have building services at that time.
Right, because you're doing billing services from first year, from second year. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I figure as much. So this is the thing, guys. With my courses, one of them is gonna be on Saturday because the other day that I teach is on Friday, but you guys have all day studio, and Friday is now designated studio day. So which you guys kind of came into this thing with that's how it was. But before this it was not so. But I think the studio days work out better for you guys, especially preparing for studio. However, what that means is that all of the other courses just kind of get shuffled to where they can fit. And that is a challenge. So because my timetable is set up for teaching Monday and Fridays, some of my classes, at least one of my classes, usually end up on a Saturday. And I am now teaching 3D modeling, which at first I was teaching another class on Saturday, but now I'm teaching 3D modeling. So it's basically, it has to take that spot. It could be on Monday, but I have a feeling it's going to interact with, if anybody is repeating any subjects, usually it's going to kind of intersect with that. So, but the thing is that, guys, the lecture session is it is pretty short, meaning that I'm going to go into the course in just a little bit to kind of explain the module, right? But pretty much for the lecture sessions, we're going to be dealing with a topic every week. And usually in dealing with the topic, it's like about a 1 hour conversation between me and you. So the first half of the semester is going to be me talking about these topics. And the last half of the semester is everybody is going to go into groups and they're going to present like a 15-minute, 10 to 15-minute presentation on the topic. So that whole thing can be like an hour usually, because a 15-minute presentation, maybe there's some questions after, is 2 presentations per class. So maybe that's like about like an hour and a half. So even if it is 2 hours, it is not a heavy 2 hours, meaning that you're not doing the like work throughout that full 2 hour time. It's mainly like the first hour. So I understand that.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
You said we had studio all day on Friday?
Yeah, don't you have studio all day on Friday?
We just have studio in the morning, no? Can somebody else confirm that with
It
me?
might be different for the students
it's
who
from-
Right.
From 9 to 12, we have it.
Right, because how
studio starts 2 o'clock actually.
right, because I think how studio is now is it is broken up into chunks and different groups have it at different times with the lectures that are assigned to you for your studio.
Hold on, sir. So what about 12 to 2? Because that would be right between, that would be right after we finish studio and then right before Mr. Gifford. That would be right before Gifford starts.
What's that studio? Tony studio finish 1 o'clock.
Right, and the thing is, because I've talked about this with the PD and the head of school, and essentially the conclusion is best to just not go on studio day, because even if you don't have studio, I mean, guys, you know how studio is, you know, before a studio you're rushing to prepare for your desk script, maybe you never quite finish something. Worse if you have a presentation. I mean, anything the day before is just gone. so yeah, I get what they're saying about dedicating the whole day to studio. I mean, it's a good thing, but with everything in life, there is cause and effect. So the good thing is that you have me for 3D modeling. I mean, 3D modeling is something that I do for a living. I think it's a good fit, which is why it was kind of arranged this way. But then the other alternative is that it would have to take the slot of my Saturday class, which I pushed to in the evening, trying to get it out of the day. Because people wash clothes, you need to go to the market, buy up your stuff. Even if you have to cook dinner, I'm hoping that you can do it before class. So then again, additionally, all classes that I do are fully online. And hold on, you guys had me already, right? For DDM, maybe?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
We had the last day, but it was a Saturday morning class.
It was a Saturday, exactly right. Which, by the way, the Saturday class, I'm not a big fan of it, but this time around, what we're trying to do is whenever we have any Saturday class, we make it lightweight. So it's usually a 2-hour session or a 1-hour session, and we put it after 6 o'clock. So that's the best that we can do to kind of adjust to that.
But sir, I kind of don't understand what is lightweight about a 2-hour class on a Saturday evening.
Well, this is a 3-hour class, so I call this class a full meal, and the 2-hour lecture is like a brunch.
Brunch
Right?
at 6 o'clock.
Right, but I think coming out of the experience from last year for Saturday, I think in the evening is better because we just have business to do, and I would rather I think, and getting feedback from everybody, it's better to push it in the evening. But I mean, if you guys want it at a different time, like, what's the general consensus? I know that it's not the preferred class, but would the general consensus be to take it out of the day?
Yes.
Or you want? Okay. I figure as much. I don't think anybody wants to be waking up early for class on a Saturday. You know what I mean? But I promise you to make it as less painful as possible. By the way, my courses are not painful. My courses are usually fun. I consider myself very fortunate to be teaching most of the courses I can call fun, right? Non-stressful. Was DDM that stressful? Well, to some people. But it was fun, stressful, right? Anybody agree? All right, cool. All right.
So one question.
Yes, Ned.
What were you saying about the Thursday morning class again?
Yes.
Why we can't have it so?
For Thursday morning, based on my timetable, it is Monday and Fridays for me, right? Or at least Monday, Friday, Saturday. The previous, if you were to do it on Thursday, you would have to do it with the original. Well, it's not on your timetable, but it was Mr. Ackindale. But Mr. Ackindale is going to do another module, and I take the 3D modeling. And I think that worked out better for you guys. I mean, from my point of view, because I can see like the whole module, it will work out easier for you, even though it end up being on a Saturday. So it's just a timetable issue. It's just a timetable issue.
What about 6 o'clock on Monday? Now, I'm not a fan of the 6 o'clock in general, but I'm kind of not a fan of the Saturday mostly. Right. So what about we just shift it from Saturday to Monday? And even though we don't have that many second years in the class, if building services finishes at 5 o'clock, no. Siobhan, you have a better idea?
Actually, guys.
But the thing is, based on the money that some of us are doing, some of us are in class.
Right. So as it is now, right? As it is now, the reality is that some persons have other modules doing, right? And I also do DDM now on Mondays. So when you look on the jigsaw of the timetable, like the only slot that would be available, apart from the one that is on Thursday, sorry, the one that is on Saturday, would be the other lecture class, the other practical class for this module. But that is going to clash with other persons. So just think of it this way. I mean, the lectures are pretty lightweight. So even if it's on Saturday, I think we can survive it. Because if it's on Monday, it is going to more than likely clash with another class. Yeah, I think that is better. Ultimately, if it can't work, we can find another solution as well. But I think this is like the least stressful pill to take, so to put it. If you don't like taking pills, no option is good, but a smaller pill is better than a bigger pill. So let me just try that out, guys. And if there is any like major issues, like, oh my God, it cannot work, then we talk about it next class. But we need to at least just pick one and move on. And from the looks of it, the Saturday is the most compatible because all the slots on Monday is filled and Friday is a no-show for studio. But remember, you get that time on Thursday. It's not like it. So remember, you're shifting. So you're not doing it on, when was it? Thursday in the morning? Right. So it's not Thursday in the morning anymore. So you get that time to do something else. All right. So it's give and take. But let's go into the module. So at least you know what we're dealing with. What do you guys say? Let's go into the module now. You're here?
Yes,
Yes.
All right. Let us start rowing the boat and see what and see how we can ride the waves. All right. All right. So with that said, 3D modeling. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Third year is the year of, let me see. First year is the year when you come in all roaring and ready to go. Then in second year is where the impact hits you. Well, at the end of first year is when the impact of CSA hits you, and some people don't survive that impact. So your second year class sometimes is a little smaller than first year when you came in. So second year is like, oh God, now we know what CSA is about. And then by the time you get to third year, it's like, okay, business as usual, almost business as usual. It's like, I did second year, so I can do third year. So that's where you guys are now. So you guys are managing. You'll be fine. You'll make it. All right. Where's my share screen? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Where are you hiding, Zoom? Oh, there you are. Let's put you over here. All right, and let's put you here. All right. I'm coming, guys. I'm just going through the slides to reach to the slide that I want to reach to. Let's push source. I'm sorry, that probably sounds annoying in the speaker. Come on. Three D modeling. 3D modeling. Here we go. Sure. Okay, you guys can see the screen okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 1 second. All right. So some of this information you guys probably know already, right? But I'm going to go through it because we update it every semester. So as you know, computing modules are now usually going to be mostly online, right? I hope you guys have been having a good experience with at least with the computing online modules, right? So everything is going to be done via the student submission portal. You guys already know this already because you've been through it. Tell me something. Did you use the website last year? What did you do? CAD? You did that with architect Suzette, right? Suzette Adams?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So all coursework going to be collected via forms. Don't email me any classwork. Everything go through the forms, and that's how we mark it. All right. You need a Google account because that's how you will use Google Forms. You have to have a Google account. Most of us have it, so it should be fine. A camera is mandatory when we're speaking or presenting. Realistically, I don't want to say it's mandatory throughout class. I think it's a good thing to have because it can help us to be a bit more what's the word? Connected because we're online. But you don't have to have it on. I know some of us, especially for internet connection, right? Of course, my camera will be on the whole time. But what is mandatory is everybody needs to have an image for their Zoom profile, and you need to have your full and proper name. So no nicknames, no default names, right? If you're a John Brown, your Zoom name must be John Brown. All right. And no weird user profiles, right? So what does that mean? That means, oh, hold on, where's my thing? Here we go. Right, Garden? Garden, you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What you mean by that, sir?
So preferably a photo of yourself and not the cat. Cool?
What if I don't have a picture of myself?
I'm sure, I am absolutely sure you can manage to get that. I'm absolutely sure. As a matter of fact, one of our class activities that is coming up will require you to have some kind of photo of yourself. Anyway, so you're gonna actually need it for a grade. Not that I have anything against cats, fine, but we just need human beings for the Zoom profiles, right? Right.
All right,
You
cool,
you
sir.
can do a picture with you and the cat. No problems here.
All right, sir.
All right, so we're going to be using Zoom, which is pretty straightforward. We're going to be using Mirror Board. You know, I'm a fan of that, so all the class activities will be done through Mirror Board, which can run in a browser, so you guys don't need to install anything. Though I would recommend you get a Mirror Board account because it makes it easier to identify each other on Mirror Board. All right. Class participation is determined by class activities, right? So right, most of you had me for DDM already, so you know how that is. Basically, throughout the semester, I give you random class activities. They're not planned. I'm trying to make it as impromptu as possible. If you come to class, you do the activity, you get a point. At the end of the module, I add up all those points. That's how you get your 10%. So if we did 6 class activities and you only came to 2, then you get the equivalent 20%. But if you came to all activities, then you get 100%. That's a free 10%, guys. You just need to show up for class because you never know when there will be an activity. And some activities are like really simple. And some of them might require you to do something else that's not in class. Like suppose I say, okay, guys, the class activity today is to go outside and pick a rose. Then, yeah, you need to go outside and pick a rose. You can't do class activities outside of class. So if you give me the rose next week, it doesn't count. All right, guys, deal? Everybody understand everything so far?
Yes, sir.
All right, I see you're speaking for the whole class. So I'm just going to randomly call names, right? Dana, everything understood so far? Dania, sorry.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. All right. So we're going to use the recording. As you know, I put all the recordings on the class website. So you just click on this thing here and you go to the class recordings. Additionally, I'm going to be creating some tutorials that this is outside of the class recordings. I'm going to put that on my my YouTube channel. So it's like bonus content. So for example, if in class we go through a particular thing, if I have the time, I will do like a tutorial on that same topic so that you guys, you know, if you want to dive more, I would say deeper, get a better understanding, you can just watch that tutorial. I'll give you the link to that tutorial whenever I create it in the class. All right, for technical remote assistance, we're using the software AnyDesk. I'm not really going to be the one doing that. That would be Mr. Neville Campbell. Anybody here know Mr. Campbell? Remember him from first year? Anybody? Nobody didn't? From DDM days? Nobody had any issues with any exploding computers? And you had to contact him? Nope.
I only know a Kevin. Never met.
Oh, okay, cool. Right, so it can be Mr. Campbell or Kevin from the lab, whichever one you guys want to work with. But basically, in the computing module, it is using a computer, and there are many issues that can happen with your computer. So, whether you're using Mr. Campbell or you want to use Kevin from the lab, if there's an issue with the computer, I don't know if Kevin uses AnyDesk to remote connect, you know, like in case you are like wherever in country or whatever, and you're trying to fix an issue remotely. But I know Mr. Campbell uses AnyDesk. All right, so we're using Miro for the digital whiteboard, and that is pretty much it. Well, that's almost it. The last overview we have to do is of the module, right? So you guys remember the steers from first year, right? Remember when you guys came in and you were like at step 1? And then last year you were at step 2. Now you are pretty much almost in the middle. So you are on your way out, right? So for this year, third year, first semester for 3D modeling, we're going to be doing, we're primarily going to be learning about modeling and rendering, right? So that's pretty cool. Now, the way how we tackle building information modeling in the school, your first interaction with BIM would have been last year, right? So you guys used Revit to do assignments last year. Am I correct? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So, for the next 3 computing classes, you'll be using BIM in some way, shape, or form. All right. So by the time you leave CSA, you guys will be fully BIM ready, right? Because that's what is hot in the market nowadays, right? If you're going for a job anywhere, the first question they ask you, do you do BIM? And probably the next question is like, do you use Revit, right? Because BIM doesn't have to be with Revit, but we in the school, we use Revit. So this semester again, we're going to be using building information modeling. Last year when you used it, you did annotation, scaling, sheets, layout. You did all that kind of stuff using BIM. This time around, we're going to be doing things like extruding, rendering, and that kind of stuff, but in a BIM environment. All right. And then next year, you're going to have me again, I believe, for building information modeling, right? So, yeah, we're going to be using BIM for a while. All right. So that is an overview of where we're coming from and then where we're going, all right? So yeah. All right, cool. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about, no, let's not talk about that. You did that last year. Let's talk about intro to 3D modeling, right? All right, guys. So in this module, come on, here we go. Right. So in this module, we are gonna be looking at these main topics, right? And what's the shortcut for erase? Right. So for these main topic, it's going to be, we're going to learn how to create schematic drawings. We're going to learn about rendering, lighting, 3D composition. Anybody excited to learn about rendering? Anybody here already know how to render? Photorealistic? Anybody uses any rendering programs?
I mean, sir, I know how to use it, but I wouldn't say it's exactly looks like a picture. Just try your best.
But yep. And you know what the interesting thing is? I mean, just type the word architecture and rendering in Google and you will see some pictures come up and it will just let you drool like, wow, this picture looks so good. So we're going to learn about those stuff. We're going to do a little bit of research into how we can use 3D modeling in architecture. This is where the presentations comes in that I spoke about earlier. And the main course is going to be that we're going to learn how to model in 3D. We're going to learn how to 3D model. Things like extrude, subtract, like these terms can be used in any 3D modeling program, whether it's, Revit or SketchUp or whatever. So we're going to learn how to model. That is the big ticket item that we're doing in this course, right? Now, there are other things that we're going to be looking at that's connected. So for example, in order to learn how to model, we're going to learn how to do a paraline drawing, exploded views, you know, some really cool stuff. We're going to learn how to do photorealistic lighting, learn a little bit about lighting and rendering. So we're going to be using, for this model, we're going to be using Twinmotion. If you are like an expert and you can do things on your own, you can use Lumion if you want. But you're going to find Twinmotion much more easy to just deal with on a whole, right? Not to mention Twinmotion is free, right? All right, so the module introduces students to the general principles and practice of 3D modeling and visualizations, right? So this is what we're going to be concentrating on. Now, the course outline, for those of you who want to dive into the weeds about the course outline, it is on the class website, which is right here, right? So when you go to this website here, this is the CSA, our little corner of the world here in CSA, right? So you go to, oops, nope, not the class recordings. My bad. Yeah, you go to student, and then you go to computing, and then you go to intro to 3D modeling, right? And you can find the course outline here. You can look at the module outline. Anyway, that's exactly what we're doing. We're just doing it in a more exciting way and then looking at a boring document, right? Okay, so we have this is what we'll be doing in the module. We have a major project, some presentations. I'm going to erase this and I'm going to do this. A free 20% will be given away to you guys, and class participation, which technically, and put an asterisk beside it, is also free. So what does that mean? You're literally only working for 70% of your grade, and the rest of it is free, right? How does that sound, Kaylee? Kaylee, are you there?
She sends a message in the chat saying,
oh, right. My bad. I need to be ambidextrous. I need to manage a chat and all of these screens and okay, yeah. All right. Cool. Can't I detach this chat window here? Yes, I can. All right, lovely. All right, yeah. So great. Exactly. So sounds almost good to be true, right? You get a free 30% will just be given to you free, you know, and you only work for 20%. Yeah, that's all right, Kaylee. That's fine. All right. So I guess some of you are saying like, why there must be a catch here, you know, because nothing in life is ever free. And I think you're kind of right. But you will see why I said these are free. You know why the class participation is free, right? Because all you have to do is what? Nicole, all you have to do is what? To get this 10%.
Participate.
Right. Well, yeah, participate and come to class, you know? Yeah, well, you do need to come to class in order to participate. You know, one leads to the other. This other 20% here, you will hear about this as we go through the module, right? Why it is free. So stay tuned for that. All right, so moving on. I'm just gonna kind of skip ahead here. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of dive in. I will explain all of this stuff a little later, but I'm just showing you some works that were done in this module, right? So we're going to be doing rendering. Let me see here. This should be an animation. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to be doing some 3D animation. I'm not sure if that looks okay on your screen. Maybe it looks a little blurry. Can I up the resolution here? I can, but it might still be blurry for you through Zoom, right? Right. What do you say, Alex? You excited about learning about this stuff? Or you know it already? So you don't need to like learn it.
I'm excited.
All right, guys. You have to watch out for me, because you don't know when I will call your name, right? All right. And you don't want to give away that free 10%, right? Anyway, yeah. So that is little bit of animation there. We're going to be doing exploded views, which is pretty cool. Can I zoom in? Yes, I can. Yes. Come on. Maybe I can use this. No? Okay. All right. I don't have to zoom in. Hopefully you guys can see here. But yeah, this is an exploded view. Learn how to do 3D sections and paraline drawings, right? So this is like the main thing. Like, guys, if you don't do this, you're totally not going to pass the course. Like, this is half of your grade. All right. You're kind of working to achieve that. All right. And then the other part of it is these presentations. So we're going to have those presentation topics. And this is that free assignment I was telling you about. So, but don't worry about it yet. I don't want to overload you with all of this jazz. So, just have this in the back of your head that, okay, all right, I need to work for 70% of my grade. 20% is, 30% is practically free. I just need to do some basic stuff. Let's talk about the timeline. Right? So this is what we're aiming for, right? And this is going to be super important because every time I start class, I'm going to be like reminding you guys, this is where we are in the timeline. Okay. So, where is it? Here we are. Right. So the main assignment is going to be divided into these checkpoints. Hold on. I wrote that wrong. So yeah. So checkpoint 2, then checkpoint 3, and then checkpoint 4, and then checkpoint 5, right? So pretty much this is all going to be worth 50% of your grade, right? So they're divided into these checkpoints, and these checkpoints will be handed in throughout the semester. It is one assignment, so we do mark it at the end. So, but like, trust me, if you don't meet these checkpoints, you're in trouble. All right. So that's why we have these checkpoints. This is the timing of the checkpoints. Now, who can tell me? No, I'm not going to say who can tell me. Davidson, right? What is the biggest checkpoint you see here? Davidson.
Checkpoint 3.
Exactly. And being that checkpoint is so big, like, what can you glean? What would you assume from this size checkpoint being the biggest one? What can you assume from that?
It's basically the assignment that's worth the most grade percentage.
Okay, all right. I mean, the whole thing is one assignment, but pretty much it is what's going to hold the most weight. All right, guys. Now, this is where a lot of people get stuck. Do not get stuck in this checkpoint 3, and at the end of you're still doing checkpoint 3 in week 10. That's going to be very troublesome. All right, so I'm giving it a warning already for everyone. All right, so group presentations. So pretty much this is going to be pretty much every lecture class. We're going to have a discussion. I almost want to call it a discussion because when it's a presentation, it sounds like a scary, oh gosh, I have to go dress appropriately and all of that. And technically it is a presentation, but more of a discussion. And then here's that free 20% that I told you about, but I'm going to leave that one shrouded in mystery, right? I'm not going to reveal that yet. I'm just going to tell you to think about that. It's a free 20%. So we'll worry about that later. All right, guys. So this is your introduction to the module and a quick overview, right? Are there any questions based on what you saw? Any questions about the module? Are you more scared now or more excited? Which one?
I'm excited, sir.
Okay, I can tell by the excitement in your voice, Like, I'm excited, sir. Yeah,
Right,
okay.
right.
All right. So now we're going to hit the ground running today as promised, right? So let us bring up the assignment. Ta-da-da-ta-da. No, you can find the assignments on the class website. So,
Sir,
yes.
yours is it specifically that it's either twin motion or Lumion, or is it that you can move some of the software? That's the one you can tell me.
Yeah, you're gonna need Twinmotion. I recommend Twinmotion, but some of you might have Lumion already. If you want to kind of go off into using Lumion and you're advanced, you can understand it, then fine. But in this module, the tutorial classes are going to be based on Twinmotion, right? But you have to use Revit though, because yeah.
As long as you're using Revit, so you can still submit what you're doing D5 or something like that.
Oh, you mean D5? Yeah, you can use D5 actually. You can use whatever rendering program you want, but you have to understand that you'll be kind of sailing on your own a little bit. So when we come to the class, it's not like we're going to be teaching Lumion, Twinmotion, and D5. We're just going to be teaching Twinmotion, and then you have to now apply that to whatever program you want.
Yes, sir.
All right. But for Revit, you're actually going to submit the Revit file. So it has to be in Revit in order to get your work marked. All right. Okay.
Question.
Yes, question.
Module outline. When I click that option, sir, it carries me to a Revit file on the thing, on the website.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I will
Revit story.
Okay. Yeah, so that link, where is that? Oh, it's on this screen. I need to go here and here. Yes, right. So what actually, I will correct that link. What actually should come up is syllabus. Should be this, which is the standard UTech syllabus. But it should be a PDF, not a editable file. So yeah, I'm gonna fix that link so that you can see it here. I'm glad that you brought that up. When you look on the module outline, you will recognize that it is divided into units. So it's going to be like this. So unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4. But I'm not going to, I didn't explain it like this. I kind of explain it based on assignments. I don't want to use any more time talking about the course outline. But we'll kind of discover it as we go along. But if you want to go ahead and review the course outline to know exactly what you're getting, yeah, I will update that link. So when you click on module outline, when you click on syllabus, you'll get this. And another factor as well, where am I? The module outline and syllabus is a little different. Sometimes we kind of use it interchangeably, right? Hold on, I can't find back my presentation. Oh, here it is, right. So module outline is kind of like, module outline is what you see on the class website here. Come on. Okay, you don't want to do that. So yeah. Right, when you go on the class website and you look up top here, you see this timeline. So a module outline is pretty much telling you when you're going to get what. So for example, there will be a lecture introduction today. Then we're going to start checkpoint 1. And then the next class is going to be on assist students in producing 2D sketch and design for major project. So this is like a module outline, whereas a syllabus is more like this, where it's broken down into units and that kind of stuff. So just so you know the difference. I'm glad that you brought up that topic, because I also want to talk about the actual timeline of the module. Now, where everything is due, look on all of the due dates are going to be on this timeline here, right? So for example, is this the right one? Let's check this thing here. Checkpoint 2, checkpoint 3, checkpoint 4. Okay, I'm gonna update this link a little later. For now, let me bring up the source. Where is it? Yeah, let me bring up the source for right now. Timeline for 3D modeling. Yeah, here we go. All right. So that timeline that you saw a while ago is actually linked to this, but this looks very like boring and unnecessarily complicated. So that's why I don't show it this way. I show it on a nice timeline. So I'll update that timeline a little later. But just so that because we're having this conversation now, the first thing that we're going to do, which is in today's class, is we're going to work on a schematic design, and we're going to design something really cool. We're going to work on that together, all right, during class. And that's going to be this class here, all right? This is going to form a part of the checkpoint 1, eventually like next week. So we're going to actually start this class. That is correct, right? It is today. Today's second. Right. Okay, good. So, yes. So up here is where you can find all of those timeline and dates. You just click on it and it will show you, for example, this. It will show you the due date and the start date and the end date. While we're doing the session today, I'll update this because you see it's still showing 2023. So it looks like some of the links, it's not linking to this sheet that I have here. Actually, this is I don't know if that is the right sheet. Yeah, so I need to update. I need to link it to the proper sheet. Anyway, the class website, you already are familiar with this format already. You click on this to get the Zoom link. You click on this to go to the whiteboard, which we'll be using today. And these are where the assignments are. Now, if we have any activities that we're doing through class and you need to get a file, I normally make it available through one of these content windows here. All right, so let's say they will come at class and they say, okay, guys, we're going to be creating this object. I have put the file on the website. Then you would look on the website under the appropriate unit and you would see the files here. Another thing, these are all the students that have registered for the class website. So that is this website here. You need, and that's when you click this thing here and enter your name and information. Now, the reason you do that is so that when I post the grades, when you click on grades, which it will show you your actual grades. But I need to make sure that you are like on my class list so that you have access to that. So if you haven't done so, if you don't see your name here in this list, that means you haven't registered for this online access. All right, so any other questions on the overall module before we jump in? No? No? So Pringle, you're good then, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. You cannot just answer for everybody in the class, but you know. All right, so let's talk about the main course, right? Because that is pretty much what we're starting off for right now. Now, if you notice, some of these things, I normally disable them at the end of the semester because I update these links as we go on. So let me bring this up on my computer here. Computing model data, 3D modeling. Here we go. And okay, 2024, 2025, here we go. All right, guys. Can I zoom? Okay, yes, I can zoom. Whoa. Okay. Still can't zoom this, but okay. All right, can you see this clearly on your screen, guys?
Yes, sir. I see it.
All right. Now this is going to be the major project. And don't worry, I'm going to put a link to it. I'm going to update the link so you guys can access it on the class website. For right now, we're just going to run through it. All right, so a client has hired you to design a beach tower made of timber construction set on a terrain that includes a water body, right? So which can be a beach, pond, or a river on planet Earth. Please, you might be wondering why I'm saying that. And yeah, we have gotten assignments on the moon or on other planets. We just need it to be on planet Earth. So I just want to say that from now, all right? I didn't put it in the handout, but I'm going to assume that we will build structures on Earth for now. So, all right. So, it should accommodate the post for a lifeguard and general area for observation that is able to accommodate 4 lifeguards at any given time during beach operation, right? So the room should provide accommodation for 1 to stay the weekend, right? So basically the room need to have like a bed or something like that. Okay, so you are required to model, render, and provide an animation of the project using, in this case, going to be Twinmotion and Revit. All right. So the project is breaking down into 5 checkpoints, which you guys know already. We're going to be collecting it throughout the semester. What else? So we're going to submit 2 rendered images, a paraline, a perspective section, and an exploded view. You saw an example of that in the picture. You're free to use all the features of Revit. However, for the modeling, it must be done according to the criteria on the following page. All right, so this is going to be your Bible for how you create this. So please, guys, this is not Design Studio. So you're not going to go off into like some highly theoretical Frank Gehry thing. No, we just need something simple and straightforward that will give you your 100% grade for computing and allow you to move on. All right, so students are expected to create their own design, right? What happened to my list here? Right, students are expected to create their own design. So what does that mean, Rochelle?
Sure.
Yes, I see like you were saying me.
No.
I'm just troubling you. But anyway, what does that mean? Student must create their own design. What does that mean?
you must think through it yourself, and it must be from your own mind.
Why? Okay, all right. That is politically true. Anybody else? Alex, what does that mean, Alex?
That the design must be original.
Okay, all right, cool. Buchanan, what do you think this means? Just tell me in plain layman language. You there, Buchanan? No? Karif?
Hold on, sir. I think it might give some trouble.
Oh, okay. All right. It's okay. We come back. We circle back. Karif, what do you think this means, Karif?
Which part of it, sir?
Student must create their own design.
That we're coming up with our own schematic plan, etc. So
okay.
we have our own nuances. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to say it in like plain layman. So guys, don't copy other people's model. All right. Cool. All right. Fair enough. All right. Drawings must be unique. Therefore, you are to determine your roof type, etc., within the parameters of the design brief. Maybe I shouldn't call it a design brief because I do not want you guys thinking of this as studio, right? We're not going into a lot of conceptual stuff. Your project must be simple and not overly complex. Notice I highlight that, guys, because please, let's not give ourselves extra work, right? So we already have to figure out this Saturday class thing. So yeah, let's not give our brains anything else to consider. All right, guys. So the footprint must be 20 by 20. It must be built out of timber. And basically, these are some checkpoints that you must meet. So if you don't meet these checkpoints, then you're going to automatically start losing marks, right? So for example, the building must be on stilts, raised up off the ground. If you put your building in the ground, then that would just not be correct. All right. Okay. Now, this little diagram here is a diagrammatic thing. It by no means illustrates that this is what your building should look like. The reason why I have this diagrammatic thing here is just to put it in like very simple terms that your building will have a roof, an upper floor, a ground floor, and foundation, right? Your upper floor, your roof, it must show roofing structure. So you can't just have a slab and job done. Your upper floor must be open. So it has to have a balcony or it has to be open. So no walls on the upper floor. Your ground floor must have walls. Those walls must be timber, right? Meaning that it should have studs and everything like that. Your windows must include some form of louver. It can be entire louver. It can be like a panel with louver on top or louver to the side. Like it don't matter. Whether you want to have 2 windows, 1 window, or 10 windows is up to you. The design must just include louver. And the base, the foundation must be on stilts, and the stilts have to make sense. Meaning, you can't just give me a single column and then the entire building sits on this column. Like that makes no architectural or structural sense, right? By the way, you have structural design. You have structures right after this module, right? So yeah, I'm just reminding you that you have a module called structures. All right. Then the terrain, it must be on a sloping terrain. So don't give me something that's flat. It must include some kind of a water body. So it can be a river on planet Earth. I keep stressing that. Please don't give me any building that's inside of a waterfall. Like we don't need any like Marvel's Avengers secret hideout kind of a thing. Just give me like a normal building. All right. And you must have entourage, right? It doesn't mean that you have to have a palm tree or a ATV bike. It just means entourage. All right. Spooner, do you understand the layout of this what I said so far?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. You kind of answering for the class, but does anybody have any questions on this?
No, sir. I think we'll just have more questions when we go more into it.
All right, cool. Okay, so for today's cup of tea, we'll be dealing with checkpoint 1. Right? So in checkpoint 1, you're gonna need this a piece of paper, guys. We're gonna sketch out a design for checkpoint 1. Right? Now, that design must be completed before class. And I specifically want to do it that way because I don't want us to go off designing Zaha kind of, you know what I mean, things. We just need a simple building according to these criteria here. Don't worry too much about the fine details like the dimensions and the, you know, and the details of the foundation or anything like that. What we want to do is to brainstorm these things. We want to have an idea of the site. Do you want to put your building on a river, a pond? Is it an island in the middle of a pond? Like, where is it? We want to outline the shape of your building. Is it a square? Is it a triangle? Is it a circle? Please don't do a circle, guys. Please don't do a circle. All right, but just do something simple. Remember, the object, I'm not grading you, well, I'm grading you very small for design. There is a criteria which is design, because of course, if you put effort in making your building look nice, you're going to get a better grade. But as you can see, this module is called 3D modeling, right? So I'm not grading you. It's not about design. We're not going to circulation and that kind of stuff. It's primarily about the modeling. So even if you have a very complicated curvy building and the modeling technique you use or the way you illustrated something was incorrect, then you're still not going to end up get a good grade, even though you have an awesome design. So I'm just saying, don't spend time on the design. Just brainstorm a concept, and we're going to do that in class. And actually, I'm going to do it with you. So when I'm done, you're supposed to done too. All right. So these 4 things here. So you're going to give me a sketch of a floor plan, a sketch of a section, and a sketch of an elevation. Any elevation, any section. All right. Then in next week's class, we're going to look on how, what time is it? It's now 10:30. Sorry, it's now 9:30. And we'll finish here at 11, right? No, at 12. Am I right?
11, sir.
At 11. Right.
Yes, sir.
Good. So we have like a 1.5. All right. So yeah. So then we're going to create schematic drawings of it. Schematic means 2D, not 3D. Just a flat, simple line drawing of just any 2 of these. Should I say any 2? Any. Okay, no. You must include the floor plan and an elevation. Actually, I think it did say that. It said floor plan and section, actually. So, yeah. I would say section or elevation. You don't have to. I don't want us getting too crazy about the section. Anyway, let's stick to what the handout says. Floor plan and section. All right, so let us start with this. We need to come up with what our tower will look like. So what I'm going to do now is, so you guys are going to get like a paper, or maybe some of you have a tablet that you want to use. You don't need to show me. This is not a desk script. We don't need to like go over, like, you can ask me questions, but as I said, we're not going deep into the design. You're simply giving me a 20-foot by 20-foot box and stacked on top of each other. But when you flesh this out, you have to work out things like, where's the stair going to be? Like, is it going to be on the outside or to the corner? Is it going to be in the middle? Like, this will help you to flesh out where those are. But this is just a concept. All right. Or it is, should I say the word, it's just schematic. Okay. All right. So what I am going to do now is I'm going to get my sketch paper as well. But my sketch paper will be digital. Not this one. 3DM. Okay, not this one. Where is it? 3DM 2024 25. Yeah. Right. So I'm going to be doing my sketch here. And you guys are going to be doing your sketch on your whatever device you want to use. I'm going to give you guys half an hour, 15 minutes, or you don't even need so much.
To do what here?
We are going to be doing, where is it? There we are. Yeah. We have started this major project and we are starting checkpoint 1, and checkpoint 1 requires that we do a design sketch and 2D schematic drawing. So we're now going to do the design sketch of the tower. The design sketch that you create must adhere to these criteria, right? It must be built on stilts. It must have a ground and a upper floor. The upper floor must be open. It must have stairs. Well, obviously, if you need to go to the next floor. This doesn't, as I keep saying, this doesn't tell me how your design should look. This is just a diagram that helps to break down the criteria that we're going to use to mark the work. So this is what we're working on now. Design sketch. And we have half an hour to sketch up a 20 by 20 two-story tower looking thing. Give me a sketch of where on the, what does the environment look like for you, for your design? It must include a water body and it must be on a slope. So whether it's a river, pond, beach, whatever. Everybody clear on that?
Clear, sir.
All right, so yeah, Siobhan.
Could you upload this sheet to the website because it's kind of hard to read it from the Zoom?
Yes, definitely. I'm actually doing that in the background now. I'm updating the link to the outline and the timeline at the top, updated to the 2024 one, and also the link to this handout so that you guys can open it. And I think you're supposed to know where to go already. Hold on, where is it? Right. When you go to the class website, hold on, let me bring it up here. Yes. When you go to the class website, you're going to click on this coursework and then it will pop up. Right now, if you click on it, it's not going to pop up because I've disabled the button, right? So this is where you go to find the handout. But until you go there, we're just going to use this right here and we are going to tackle this first part here. We need to have a sketch showing a floor plan section and elevation and a site plan. These are some examples here. All right. But remember the criteria, guys, because this assignment changes a little bit every year. So, yeah. So I'm going to leave this one on screen because this is the important one. All right. Okay, guys. So let us do that while we are here. Yes, feel free to ask me any questions you want to ask me while I'm...
So, sir, you want a floor plan under section?
Yes, but as a sketch.
Yeah.
In a half an hour, sir.
Yeah, man. What do you mean? You guys at a third year
Oh,
now?
Keep me just a check it time frame.
Yeah, man. All 5 minutes soon you can give me that, right?
one man, sir. 30 minutes and we get back to you.
All right, cool. All right. So just get up. Remember, you guys are going to be scanning this or taking a picture of it. So you're going to be submitting this. So please, it must be like legible. All right. I'm just saying. Right. This is also graded, guys. All right. So don't just like it is a sketch, but you guys are architecture students. So I expect your sketch to be of a certain standard, if you understand what I mean. All right.
Sir, is this uploaded on the site? Sir.
I'm currently doing that now. I'm going to tell you the minute that I have enabled it, and then you're going to refresh the website, and then you will have it as on your screen. All right.
All right, sir.
Right. But while we work, just use my screen just to get the bearings correct and the criteria. All right.
blur the images, blur again.
Pardon me?
The image is blurry.
The image is what?
Blurry.
Oh. Yeah. Well, hold on. I'm updating the handout for you, so you can get it on the website. All right. The image will probably get blurry because hold on. Let me clear it up for you. Wait, I know why. All right. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Oh, no, it's a link. All right, guys. The button is now updated, so you guys can refresh your website, all right, and then click on the major project button, and the handout should show up for you guys now, all right, on your own screen. So go ahead and do that. Can somebody just do that for me just to confirm that it works for you?
Yes, man. So
Yes,
good.
sir.
All right, good to go. All right, so continue working. I'm going to now update the timeline, and what was the other thing again? Oh, the module outline, the syllabus outline link. Okay, guys, the module syllabi link is now updated. So for those of you who want to, if you want to dive down into that, you can click on that link.
Sir question. Should we sketch in floor plan and section right now too as well, or just elevation?
That's one of the things you should be sketching. Floor plan, site plan, section, elevation. Or I would suggest in the order, site plan, so you can position, you know, if your building is in the water and the land, halfway water and land or whatever. Then maybe floor plan, and then maybe elevation. Some of you might want to do elevation before floor plan. It's up to you. All right. But you should have 4 sketches in total. All right. All right, guys, the timeline is now updated. But don't let me disturb you. Continue working on your design. We'll talk about the timeline after we finish working on the design. All right. So now I think I'll join you and I will have some fun too. All right. All right. So where do I begin? I think I'll begin with the site. Okay, so by the way, this sketch will probably be a very horrible sketch, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So let's say this is my location, and then I think I'm going to put my building. I'm going to put it in a situation where like this, the water does this, then comes back up like that, right? And therefore, oh, by the way, guys, disclaimer: if I draw this, nobody can follow me, right? If you follow me, you lose marks, right? Because remember that everybody's supposed to have their own design, right? So nobody is allowed to steal my design. Deal? Agreed, Antonio?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. All right. All right. Let's see now. So I'm gonna put the water there. It's over. It's over with the good time. Maybe it's too small. That's small. Then, I'm going to make mine more like rectangular. By the way, guys, you can make the thing more rectangular. Just don't exceed what the equivalent area of a 20 by 20 foot would give you. Cool? So
Thank God, sir, because my sketch was looking very rectangular.
okay, no problem. All right, so let me see. This will be the rest of my land. I'm going to put this in gray. So my contour, oh, that's too light. Let's use darker. So contours will go something like this. Here. Then maybe like that. That. By the way, we're supposed to all know how contour lines work. Just in case you don't remember, I put a little extract here of how topography and contour lines work. You can access it by going to the, when you go to the class website, just click on the class whiteboard link, and that will bring up the class mirror board, which is the same mirror board that I am working in actually. So, and then you can scroll down. So here's my sketch here. You can actually scroll over to here, and you know, just in case you want a reminder of how contour lines work. I'm not going to explain this now because you're supposed to have done this already, but yeah, you know, just in case you need a refresher. There's also some other useful diagrams and stuff on this board. I don't think we're going to talk about it today, maybe next class, that has to do with construction. So yeah, you're welcome. Why I don't hear nobody tell me thanks yet, so that means that my efforts were
appreciate you, sir.
Okay, all right, cool.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, cool. All right, I feel a little better now. All right, so this will be pretty much the edge of my land. Then my water is pretty much behind this blue line, so I'll make this blue line even thicker. That it is. By the way, I'm sketching with the mouse here, so yeah, this is going to be quite horrible. But anyway. All right. What am I going to do now? I'm going to go this way. Actually, I think I want mine to even have a little L shape. Yeah, like this. Yeah, but it's interesting. So maybe like this. And I want to have part of mine going like over the water. That would be pretty cool. But shape these so that I can see what I'm doing. Yeah. Let's make this on top. Yeah. Let's make this a different color, like red. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. All right. What does this look like now? Well, maybe I can start with some inspiration images. Modern cabin. I'll go to my trusty Pinterest. Right, you guys can use inspiration images if you want to. So there's no rule against that. But you don't need to share those with me. Like it's not, you don't have to submit your concept precedents, whatever. No, just use it how you feel fit. Okay. Ooh, this would be cool. Yeah, that's looking good. This one kind of looks like DDM assignment from last year. Interesting. Oh man, loving this one. This one is pretty cool here. But most of this is concrete. I need it to be more timber. So or what was that question?
Louvers alone is supposed to use for the windows, right?
You don't have to use only louvers. It just must be incorporated somehow. You cannot not have louvers. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, man. This is the Caribbean, right? Some great stuff, but I'm going to remember what my lecturer said, and he said to keep it simple. So I'm not going to choose any kind of weird thing that I would have no idea how to build. You know? I need to know filter down. I'm getting rid of that one. I like this concept with the lean roof. Might not use that. Oh, all right. Definitely. All right, loving that. All right, cool. So, I'm gonna try to do the elevation first because that's just how I roll. Right? Maybe I'll have some black. Mirror sucks. I can't draw a straight line. Oh man. All right, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think I want to tackle this kind of roof here. Something like that. That would be interesting. And, yeah, maybe come straight down. Then I will have a kind of balcony me see. Oh, it must be on stilts, right? So my ground floor would probably be like here. Then my upper floor would maybe be like maybe about here. So this would be a little higher. Yeah, that's cool. But this is going to be about that open. So make this black. There. Then this was from those boxes. So that's about under there. Maybe have double, yeah, double and a door window. Window B. Yeah, that's looking good. Fill this with light. And in terms of my windows, I'm going to make some nice long skinny windows that is like, you know, ultra modern, maybe like 3. Or maybe 1 horizontal. I don't know. Anyway, keep it simple. The lecturer said to keep it simple, so we have to listen to the lecturer and keep it simple. Right. Then I have another piece sticking out like this. Maybe maybe it's a wraparound balcony, so maybe this balcony is what's get some cantilever action going. Yeah. I'll probably have like
So,
yep, question.
so suppose I had something like this before you drew this.
No, really?
Yes.
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I won't take it to court. I won't take it to court. It's fine. Probably need to put some kind of very interesting column here. Maybe a nice column that moves all the way up. All right. So, you know what? This actually creates an interesting space here, right? Let me see. So I was maybe my land does something like this. And then maybe the water is here. So yeah, so like, you know, this is like a boat garage or something. So need to draw a boat. Do I have a boat shape? I have this is a boat, kind of. Yeah, so you know I can park my boat here, you know, underneath a covering. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. All right, I think I'm done. I don't know what this looks like yet, but maybe it's maybe it overhangs. I think I'll make it overhang like that. There we go. You can put the plastic thing like a nice window up here. Can I do it up here? Maybe I should just make it. There we go. Of course, this would not be complete without grabbing some kind of below it. Okay. Drop this down. Maybe this guy with the baby here. Yeah. Drop it right. There we go. Yeah. All right. All right. Let me do a floor plan now. What is this floor plan look like? Maybe it's been long because it's under here so that I can get a rough idea of does it take because it is. Alright. So if this is 20 foot here, let's assume that this is red arrow. The arrow that. So well, I just need to wipe one room, but where's the stairs going to? How do I get up here? Maybe I should make the stairs be outside because this is so small. It'd be cool if the stairs was like if you could go up and you're looking down on the water. Oh, but the lecturer said I should keep it simple, so I don't want to do that. I want to do something that's simple and still architecturally pleasing. Establish guidelines here. Come on. Come on. Why are you so hard to click? Oh, it's because you're attached to something. Okay, there we go. All right. Good. All right. So I think on the upper floor, I have something like this. I think. Yeah. Something going on like this on the upper floor. This is a ground floor, so this probably needs to be in without some dash line. Yeah. So this is sticking out like this. And if this is 20 foot, then this is about 5 foot. I think, because no, about 10 foot, because it's half. Let's make it half. Yeah, so this is about 5. There we go. What are you guys doing? Food done? Anybody soon done? Guys? Anybody awake?
Yes, sir. I did the floor plan first, but I'm having a hard time doing like the sketch for like an elevation or a section because like I need more time to see like a stylistic kind of
Yeah, I know, right? But we're gonna try and my hope is that if you sketch up something in this short time, there is less time to make it more complicated, right? Because remember, the focus is modeling, not designing, right? So yeah. Anybody else? Garden, how you stay? Garden?
Still working on it, sir. Still working on
Oh, okay. Thought you went to bed. All right, good. All right, keep at it, guys. Keep at it. Remember, we just want to have an idea for this thing today. All right, so let me get back to my thing here. All right. Where's the entrance to my building now? Maybe it is under here. Yeah, why not? Yeah, that would be perfect. So what I could do is have this part here kind of stick out a little bit. And then stairs is really that in the background. It's yeah. So that is my stairs in the background. So in plan, probably something that probably coming up somewhere here, but underneath, right? And then it's coming up to like some kind of thing, so my entrance would be here. All right. I have a severe lack of tools because I'm using a kiddies program to draw, but it's just a sketch, so it doesn't matter. So this is going to be white. I'll just put a white box on a door. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Yes. So that is my door there. This is my stairs that comes up here. So this comes off the land, and the land is like here. Yeah, so this would be my stairs. So I think I can just copy this a few times. Yeah. So I come up, then I go inside. Is this really 20 feet? If this is 20 feet, and this is 5 feet, the door is 2.5 feet, then a door would be about this wide actually. There we go. I think that is more accurate. Okay. All right. Let's make right. I come up and I go inside. All right. How do I get upstairs now? So this is where I have my windows. So those triple windows at the front are gonna be like here. All right. Maybe I can have my stairs inside. Yeah. So you come here and then you go up to upstairs. You arrive here. I don't even know if my stairs will be long enough, but I don't know. Maybe this can get me upstairs. I'd have to come and then actually I can bend it around a corner. As this way. Yeah, so I will have my stairs like that and like that. Yeah, that should get me upstairs, I think. Stairs need to be about 3 feet, so it's a little shorter than the width of the door. So maybe like that, something like that. Yeah, that should get me upstairs. So I come in and I can go upstairs like this. I mean, we're not doing interior shot, so I don't really have to worry about furniture, but you know, just kind of shut off your architectural brain, right guys? So you know, maybe there's some kind of couch here or something. This is a cabin for lifeguards, so they need like a workbench. I don't think they need a couch actually. Probably need some kind of countertop maybe. And then they sit here and look outside, I guess. I don't know. These are like chairs or something. Or like stools, I guess, because they're lifeguarding. Is that something? Lifeguarding?
Or wasn't?
What was that?
Does we choose a type of building or there was something to?
No, it's supposed to be a lifeguard tower. lookout tower. Right. So, there are 3 lifeguards. So, this is where they sit, and they have their computers and their things that they use to monitor people, and they look out through this window to look if anybody is like drowning. Actually, maybe they need more windows, so I think I'll put a window over here as well, and another window over here. Yeah, so they have a full view. All right, I think I'm done with the floor plan for now. Yeah, but this dash line is what is happening on the upper floor, so it needs to be like that. All right, let's do the upper floor now. So I'm just gonna copy this. Say, okay, for my upper floor, let me see, I come upstairs like this. This is now a balcony, so this is more skinny, I guess. It's a balcony, so of course I don't have windows on the balcony, so right. But I do have my roof. Oh yeah, I forget that the upstairs can't be enclosed. Oh crap, so now I need to go back and change my elevation. Can't have doors up here because it's fully open. So actually what I would need to have is something like this. Yeah, come on. Yes, mirror is not for drawing floor plans, but front. Yeah. How am I going to do this roof now? Do I cap it or do I go all the way up? You know what? I'm gonna go all the way up like that, like this. Roof is extremely steep. I don't think it should be that steep, but it's just a sketch. It's fine. I'll change it when I'm actually creating it. But what I can do is put some kind of interesting framework in here. Yeah, that should be interesting. Let me grab one of these. Turn it this way. Lighter, make it smaller. Yeah. Or actually, maybe I can put some louvers up here because the lecturer did say I need to incorporate louvers into the windows or doors or the design. Right. Back. Okay. All right. Maybe what I'll do is rest it like that up here. I don't know. Maybe. All right. Yeah, back to the upper floor. So this is where my stairs comes up on the upper floor. All right. So I don't have this here, but I do have a balcony on this side. Yeah, so I'm gonna delete these. Okay, so copy one of this here. There we go. Oops, like that. Right. All right. So I do have some columns up here. Actually, this part is a balcony. So I would have these. No, not round. I would have square columns. Not round. Square, square. Why do you keep giving me round? Square. So maybe this is where my roof comes out to, and then the rest of this is balcony maybe, and then there is another one, and maybe another one here. Yeah, and let me see. This balcony comes out here, so that means I have another column that's here. and here. All right. And then my roof is kind of sitting like this, like this transparent. Yeah. All right. I think I'm done-ish. All right. Oh, I do need to sketch a section. So this is my site plan over here. Let me do this like that. So that is my site plan. Ground and upper floor. I need a section. I'm just going to duplicate this. I'm going to put these pictures here, these inspirational pictures. By the way, guys, you don't have to give me inspirational pictures. I mean, you can if you want to, but like, you don't have to, because it's not a requirement. But, you know, you can't switch off your architectural brain, right? So I understand if you gave me, and I think it's still pretty good, because that's just how our brains work. All right, so for the section, I'm just going to use this exact same view for the section. But there will be no windows here. And this would be in the background. Center back. Yeah. And then, well, this would be wall. And this would be the ground here. Maybe this would be, actually, this would be a thick line here. And this would be thick. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have this here. This would actually be a single line. That. Whereas here it would be like a thick, because it's a section. So like that. Steps here. And then this is my little boat garage here, where I park my boat. All right. Yeah, my section is done. All right, guys, I'm done. How about you? Anybody done? Javin, how you stay? Hold on. Is my headphones okay? Or did you say something? You said something, Javin?
I said I only have the floor fan, man.
All right, no worries. All right, what time is it? It is now 10:30. All right, so we're getting ready to head out in half an hour. All right. All right, so guys, when you have this, I'm going to need some form of dimension. Let's look back on the handout. All right, so you're going to create a site topography, clearly outlining contour lines, the footprint of this of the building on the site, and the location of the water body. Right. I expect that everyone should have. Oops. Right. Everyone should have numbered contours, by the way. So what is my expected height? Like, okay, I'm thinking that I'm gonna put my contours at 1 meter intervals, maybe. This is about 4 feet. 4 feet. 4 feet. Yeah, so yeah, 1 meter intervals is supposed to be okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna put these numbers here. right? And this is going to be meters. Ah, there we go. Of course, these contour lines continue down under the water. But what you can do for those contour lines is that you can give me them dashed. Oh crap, I can't do dash lines. Oh man. Oh, okay. I'll just make it thin. Right. So of course these go under the water. You're going to need to see them under the water when you are constructing your terrain, which we're going to do in another couple weeks. All right, guys. So I'm going to give you some more time to finish this, right? And I'll come back to you. I'm going to just chill here for a little bit, drink some tea, and burn about another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to come back to you again. And then I'm going to just talk to you about the timeline and what we're going to do next for next class. All right. The news, that's all. Hey guys, how's it going? Oh, yeah. How is it going? Alex, how you stay?
Network answer.
You're going through. Guilford, how you stay?
No man, good man, sir.
You good? All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
you're done and relaxing.
You can say some.
All right, guys. 5 more minutes, I think. All right, yeah, 5 more minutes. All right, guys. We have reached the end of the train for today. All right. Okay, so before you guys go, let's just go over some important matters that we talk about today, right? So the first thing is come on, where are you? That's what's there. Oh, I need to press escape. Right, there we go. There we go. Right, so the first thing, the class website. Are you guys seeing the screen okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so the class website, the timeline is updated. Remember, this timeline is where you're going to find out the deadline dates, the due dates for something. Remember that we'll always say the deadline, but the deadlines are not on the handouts, right? The deadlines are in the class schedule. And the way that you interact with the class schedule is by this timeline up top. So these are the different points that we need to hit. So for example, if I click on this, introduce course, that's what we did today, right? And if we kind of scroll down, we talked about, the software is needed, introduce the major project, blah, 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 and so forth. You have to scroll a little when you go up here. So yeah. Why is this moving so slow? Let me optimize. Yeah, right. So for example, today we started checkpoint 1. So if I click on checkpoint 1, you see where it says checkpoint 1, September 9 to, is it the 9th already? Wow. No, it's the 2nd. It's not the 9th. It's supposed to, so it's basically due next week, right? I think I entered the dates wrong. But anyway, so this is where you can go to get an idea of when things are due and when things are happening. So for example, the next class, which is going to be week 2 lecture, is going to be we're going to talk about types of modeling and real-time versus offline rendering, right? Now, the next class that we said for now would be on Saturday, right? It's important that everyone comes to that class, and I'm going to send out an email to remind everyone as well. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing some messages. I will read them in just a sec. I'll look on them in just a sec. So the reason why everybody has to come to the next class is because this is where we will choose our presentation topics. Remember, when you choose a topic, that's what you're going to have for the rest of the module. All right? In order to get a grade, you must have a topic. You cannot not have a topic. So everybody has to come to the class to make sure that they get a topic. All right? And then I'm going to record it that, for example, Antonio is doing a topic on X, right? Andrew is doing a topic on Y, and so forth, right? So that is what we're going to do next class, okay? Now, when we come back on Monday, so Monday, checkpoint 1 is going to be due, right? Now, remember, checkpoint 1, let me bring up back the handout again. If I can find it. Well, it's on the website. Just click on the link. There we go. Let's go full screen. Yeah. So checkpoint 1 is submit design sketch and submit 2D schematic drawings. Now, how you submit your work is by clicking on this link here. So for example, if I click submit design sketch, a form will come up and it will say name, blah, 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 and upload your hand sketch here. All right. And same thing for your schematic drawings. You click it, a form will come up, and you submit your checkpoint one. And this is a PDF. You're submitting it as a PDF. All right. All right. So next class, just like how this class we did the design sketch.
Hold on, sir. It asks for a Revit file.
Right. It asks for a Revit file because for the schematic drawing. So this week we did the design sketch. Next week we're going to turn the these sketches into a 2D drawing. Those 2D drawings we're going to do using Revit, right? And it must.
So just using detail lines for that or remodeling.
We're just using detail lines. So I can see that you're familiar with Revit already.
Oh, okay.
So it is not modeling. As a matter of fact, in the past, we used to do this in AutoCAD. But does anybody here still use AutoCAD? Anybody? To do drawings?
No, me not too.
Not a soul.
I mean, persons still use it maybe to export and open a DWG, or maybe somebody gave you a file that is in AutoCAD and you have to work with it. But I understand that pretty much most production work that you guys do, you probably will use ArchiCAD or Revit or even like Vectorworks. But yeah, I know we are moving away from CAD. So anyway, we're going to do these 2D drawings in Revit actually, right? And I think it's important because a lot of us jump into Revit and start modeling, but Revit is also a drafting program too, right? Just like how AutoCAD can also do 3D, but we kind of use it primarily for drafting. It's the same thing with Revit. It is not primarily meant for drafting, but you still use it to do detail work. Like if you're doing a section, I see a lot of people, they run to AutoCAD to draw a detail in 2D, and I'm saying, but why? You can do the 2D in Revit because it's made to do 2D as well. So, so next class we're going to be doing that. We're going to be doing I'm going to be walking you through to do this in 2D, and then you're pretty much going to submit it that day, right? As a matter of fact, I mean, by right, you guys should click the submit button and submit your sketches today because that's how it is set up to work. So those of you who finish the sketches, click submit. Now, if you don't submit this today, you're not going to lose marks. I'm almost out of time, right? But you're not going to lose marks. But if you don't submit it next week, you will, because it is checkpoint one is a combination of both of these that are due next week. Everybody understand? I hope so.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, before you go, my policy on late work is simple. It's a percentage a day out of 100. All right. Some of you guys know this already from DDM, but that's how we roll. When you submit work via the form, it is time-stamped. So if there was some catastrophe that happened, as usual, you put it in the comment section and I'll see if I can overwrite it if it is needed. But just know that after the date has passed, the clock starts ticking and there's like a percentage every day. It might seem very small, but if you submit something 4 weeks late, like that's just like, anyway. So yeah, you get the idea. All right. So, all right, guys. So that is it for class today. This class probably took most of the time. Sometimes class might finish earlier, depending on what we're doing. In this case, I think it was a little failed because we had that discussion at the beginning of class. But you know, I am a person that I look on class time as the class time is to achieve an objective, and if we achieve the objective before the end of class, then you guys should have the benefit of saving time. And that goes true for also the overall schedule of the module, right? Now, if you, all I just want to show you this before we go. So remember we discussed the schedule of the module, right? Now, I think my aim for you guys is to be done with all of this by week 10, right? Notice even the group presentations, it ends at week 10, because I know when it comes down to final crit and all of that we don't want to be down here. All right. So if we finish the module before time, then guess what? You guys get the class time to work on your studio. I will make you that deal. All right. But we need to finish everything. Okay, guys. So that's where I will leave you guys today. Is there any other question? Oh yes, there was a few questions, right? So does the entire top floor have to be open or just mostly? It's supposed to be open. I mean, the idea is that it's a lookout tower. So even if you have something that partially screens off a section, it must make sense. Like obviously you can't screen off the part where you're supposed to be looking, right? So yes, it's supposed to be open. If your design causes part of it not to be open, then you're kind of treading in deep waters. So let's try to stick with the brief as much as we can. Keeping track of what's going on. I'm still work on travel program. But I'll complete them. Okay, no problem. You have until next week to finish. This is from Terian. Remember, checkpoint 1 is due next week. You can submit it now because hopefully most of you finish now. But remember, beyond the time, a percentage a day. All right. Oh, this last hour of class clashes with another. Don't worry about class. If this class clashes with another, the recording of this class goes up on the class website. So in case you guys have to leave for any reason, you can go to, when you go to the class website, go back to student home and then go over to class recordings, and then you need to sign in. So you need to sign up. It's free or whatever. You don't have to get like approval, but you do have to sign up. So I'm going to just choose sign in with Google. All right. And then when you go to that section there, you will see the classes. So you go to 3D modeling and then you choose the year. I haven't uploaded any class yet. So you will see the year come up as 2024-25. It will come up here. All right. And that's where you go to find the classes in case you miss the class. As I said, additionally, I will make additional tutorials, but those tutorials you won't find on here. You will have to go to the channel, which it is in I'll paste it in the chat. Give me 1 second. It's also in the signature of my email in case, because you know my name is Brian Williams. That's a pretty popular name. So if you type Brian Williams, you're gonna get, you know what? You're probably gonna get the news anchor Brian Williams. That one there that lied. Hold on a second.
So I wanted to question.
All right. Hold on. Hold the question. Does this work? Yes. Okay. I'll paste this in the chat. Chat here. Tutorials. All right, so that's the link there. So when you click on that link, it will take you to pause that. It will take you to the channel. What I will do for you guys is I will create a I will just put it under tutoring, maybe, yes, or I'll just make a playlist for like CSA or something, and I'll just put all of the ones relevant to you in that section. All right, so this is where you go to find that information in case miss class. Coming to you, I'm just finishing with the questions. Yes, the dimension should be on the sketch, so please put on the dimensions as well. You don't have to dimension like every single little thing. You notice I just did like an overall dimension, right? And yeah, so what was your question? I think those were the questions in the chat.
Yeah, so the group presentations, is it that we divide us into groups and then
yeah, man, we're going
to
talk about that on Saturday, so don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry yourself about that. Right. Oh, I almost forgot. So how do we communicate? We use Zoom chat, which is just like WhatsApp, right? So what you guys need to do is you will get an invite, and that invite is going to be based on the class list. So remember, when you go to the class website, which is here, let me go back to 3D modeling. If you scroll down a little bit, you will see students registered for class website. So you need to be registered here so that I can invite you to the group chat. This is a class group Zoom chat. And the reason why we're doing this, like you can just, if you ask me a question on the Zoom chat and it's something that I have to answer by a Zoom meeting, I can just click bam and we just go right into a meeting. So that is our WhatsApp, right? So that's how we communicate as teacher, lecturer, by using Zoom chat. So you'll get an invite in your email that you use to sign up for the module. And that is how we talk. All right. I think that is everything.
Oh, sorry, I can check the
chat. There's more? Did I leave out one? What is it that I should check?
Sir, my question is, I did part of 3D last year, Mrs. Ricar's lecture session. So I did presentation, which she said that she would hold on to the result for me. So I was wondering if I should just do over everything because I didn't get to select the poet last year.
You didn't get, all right. All right, I will check with her to see. Did you submit you actually got graded?
For the presentation, the group presentation for the lecture session. Practical session, sir. Wow. That was a task because there were so many challenges with it. There was a lot of challenges, but I already spoke to the lecturer about it, and I let her know what the issue was because I wasn't from that group. I'm not from that group, so lack of communication, and she was trying to figure out class schedule how to go about it. And when she selected a date, I was there on Sunday waiting for the class to start. Then I'm hearing from other people like, no, she's doing the classes, and those times were interacting with other courses that I have.
I see. All right. Well, hopefully that won't repeat again. I think we have all the classes laid out now. So yeah, so I will check on your lecture grade to see if I can just transfer that. And yeah, I think if we stick on this path that we have, you should be fine for this module. All right.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, guys. I think that is it. So remember, Saturday, put it in your class group, class rep, please. Tell your class rep, tell the classmates, because it's important that you select a topic in order to get your presentation grade. All right, guys, that is it. I will see you again on Saturday coming at 6 p.m. All right? Take care, guys.
All right, sir.
All right, bye, sir.
Bye, sir.